the Godfidence Women Podcast, where we talk about all things God, faith, and purpose. I'm your host, Rachel Penn and Jennifer Gilbert, here to remind you that confidence begins with confidence. Get ready for real conversations, powerful testimonies, and encouragement to help you walk boldly in your calling.
Hey guys, happy amazing Tuesday. I am so elated that y'all are here today on this amazing Tuesday. This pre-Thanksgiving Tuesday. All right, guys. So this is part two, okay? This is part two of the things that we're going to breathe in. We're going to recognize it. We're going to acknowledge it. And then we're going to do what? Right? Because if we don't recognize it, we can't release it. So first we're going to recognize it, then we're going to release it, then what we're going to do? Then we're going to rise above it. I love it, guys. So are y'all ready? Grab your pens, grab your paper, so we can get ready to start recognizing some things. We're about to have the holidays, and things are going to trigger us. We're about to have the holidays, and we're about to run into the same folks doing the same things. And we have to realize if people are peopling, right, and they're doing the same thing all the time, why are we getting so angry? Now it's a we thing, right? Hey guys, thank y'all for the love, TikTok. You have to realize, and I want you to be honest with yourself. If you friends with somebody and you like they do this all the time, right? And you know that this person does this certain behavior all the time, right? And you still hang with them, then who problem is it? I want you to sit. Don't get mad, but I want you to sit for a second. If you are friends with somebody, you're a family member with somebody, you hang with somebody, and that's literally their personality. Why are you angry? Why are you feeling some type of way if that's who that person is, right? So now let's sit on it. Let's sit with it for a second. We're finna be real today. I told y'all this is a series. I told you we're really finna recognize it. We're doing the work. We're doing some work in ourselves. So grab your pen and grab your paper because we're about to go to work. So you ready? So today, y'all, this is what we're working on today, okay? So today we're working on what are unspoken memories, unspoken, things that you really don't talk about. What are unspoken memories that you don't talk about that is triggering, that is affecting your everyday relationships, that is affecting how you deal with traffic, affecting how you raising your children, affecting how you speaking to your spouse, affecting how you showing up for yourself. I want you to think about it and sit on it. Grab your pen. What are some unspoken memories that you, not anybody else, I don't want you to look to your right, I don't want you to look to your left, I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to ask yourself, what are some unspoken memories that you do not speak about, but they affect your everyday life? And I'm going to give you some help. So you overreact for minor situations. That is something unspoken in you that's causing you to overreact like that. Feeling triggered without understanding why. You're not mad for no reason. There is a reason why that flame is in there. It may be unspoken. You maybe haven't yet uncovered it, but it's a reason why you get so angry. It's a reason why you bubble up. And today we're gonna get to. So today we're doing two today. Okay. So the first one is unspoken memory. So make sure you got your pen and pad out. Okay. Difficult trusting people. Why do you have a difficult trusting people? That is something that's something that has happened to you. Because something has happened to you is why you have a distrust for other people. I want you to sit on it. I want you to marinate on it, because everybody is not the person and the people who injured you. We keep trying to start new relationships, but we keep going into those new relationships, treating people, acting people, talking to people like they was the last person that mistreated us. And then we wonder why. Oh, y'all listen. We wonder why we keep getting the same person out of the new person. Come on. Maybe because you keep treating me like the last person. Maybe I wasn't so defensive until you brought that out of me. Maybe I was more laid back until I got with you. Sometimes we bring the worst out of people because we keep bringing the worst to people. Sometimes we have to heal first. Okay. So, what else? Carrying tension, fear, and heaviness. Everywhere you go, you carry tension, you carry fear, you carry heaviness. Just always feeling tense, always feeling anxious, always running to do the next thing. Can't never settle down. What the old people used to say, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Right? That is something, it's something that's in that. It's something you need to uncover. Feeling emotionally drained without knowing the root. Why are you feeling so emotionally drained? Why are you feeling so tired? Why? There is a cause to that, right? And so ask yourself these questions. Why did that moment affect me? Y'all, hopefully y'all got your pens and your pads out, because I'm telling you, y'all know I am the release queen. In 2018, I had my book release, and every person who went was like, girl, this was so good. Why? Because I know I'm the release queen. Baby, I love to write stuff down and release that thing, okay? Because I'm telling you, it's so good when you release it. Because we constantly carry things that we don't have to carry. We constantly carry the weight of other people. We constantly carry dead weight, and then we wonder why we're so angry, why we're so heavy, why we got tension, headaches, why our face is breaking out, why we gaining weight, why we're binge eating, because we're carrying so much weight that we do not have to carry. Okay. And I promise you, if you get your pen and paper out, and as what I'm saying triggers something in you, I want you to write down what is triggering, because you need to know that that's food for you. Okay. Why did that moment affect me so deeply? Why when I said that triggers you? Why when that lady told you that? Why when he said it like that? There is some people who you can't yell, like you can't raise your tone with, right? Because you yell, they like, oh, that triggers me, baby. My mom used to be a yeller. Oh, I used to get beat. Oh, that triggers me. That is a trigger for them. Marinate on it, sit on it, right? Does this situation remind me of something I dealt with before? Sometimes you are anxious, you're excited, you're feeling some type of way because you've been in this situation before. You know what this outcome looked like before. But guys, I get it. We're supposed to be use discernment. We're supposed to be wise, but don't allow a negative situation to affect your future situations, because you can't release what negatively happened. Where do I feel tension in my body when I revisit these memories? That is so good. And I know I go back to the same scenario all the time, but it's really what changed me. It's this was the pivoting point for me when I was in my 30s, and this is so embarrassing to honestly admit it. I had been fighting, physical fighting, from childhood, like physical. I've been little my whole life, but baby, I put these hands on you quick and fast, right? And when I got older, I decided to open a childcare center. Anybody who know you open a daycare center, you can't be fighting, because you cannot. You have to have a good background, right? And so I had to change how I talk to people, how I it's that's too much to go into right now. So in order for me to do that, I had to write a book, and I had to sit with myself and realize why when you talk to me a certain way, I feel like I got to put my hands on you, because that's a trigger. Like, oh, this is so good. You putting your hands on people and not being able to communicate with somebody, that's childish. Nobody, people can be able to say what they want to say without you putting your hands on them. Okay. Amen. Church choir. Right. But the reason why I was triggered is because if I felt attacked because I was molested, anytime I felt like you was attacking me, I felt like rah, this little rah, right? But when I realized that I was no longer being molested, I was no longer being attacked, I was no longer underneath that type of fear, I could control myself, I can help myself, I can defend myself, I can get a license to carry, I can get mace, I can protect me, I can learn self defense. Oh, guess what? I can protect me now, right? So now I am a protector of me. So I don't have to yell, scream, physically fight anybody. I can walk away when I feel unsafe. And so that's why it's so important to know what's wrong with you, what's triggering you, what hurt you, what caused you to be that way. Because if I would have never known that I was physically fighting people because the little girl, I was still being the little girl that was being molested. I was still coming from the place of the little girl who had something on her throat and was told to be quiet. That was told I better not move. That little girl was still crying out. So every time anybody tried to hurt me, that little girl was taking over. I got this, boo. Tag me in. Tag me in, boss. Tag me in, boss. And so every time you, grown you, every single time that something happens in your life, it's somebody inside of you that take over. And it comes from your trigger. It comes from a place that I need you to marinate. So I need to have your notebook out so you can figure out, where is that place? Where is this coming from? Why am I acting like this? Why do I feel this way? What is causing me to do these things, right? And so why is my trigger, why is my reaction bigger than the situation? Have you ever, because I and see everything I'm telling y'all, I know, because this is you're so used to be me. Like, how can something be so minute, so little, turn into something so big? Have you ever been talking to somebody and literally it was about a pen, the top to your pen, and the top to your pen turned into, you want this work? You're like, what? What happened? We're talking about the top to a pen. Like, have you ever went to a restaurant and want to tell them about the straw that they forgot? And before you know it, you arguing with the cashier and you're getting a whole refund? Like, how did that happen? Like, how did you get here? That's so important for you to know. And who's going to know it better than you, right? You got to digest it and figure out why. Why is this happening? Why do I get this angry? Why can I not just have a regular conversation with my wife? Why can I have a regular conversation with my kids? Why can I have a regular conversation with my boss? Do I avoid certain people, places, and topics? And if so, why? Go ahead and say it. Because of my peace. Say it with your whole chest. I don't go places and I don't do things because of my peace. I get it. But can I tell you a little secret? Even that's good. Yes, hold your peace. That's a good thing. But if you have to go somewhere, you have to know what the triggers are for you. So even if I have to go somewhere that I don't want to go, even if I'm going to be around people that I don't want to be around, I have grown enough that I can sit and tell people who I know don't like me with my whole chest. Why? Because I am blessed and highly favored. Why? Because you not liking me doesn't affect me. You not liking me doesn't change me not liking me. You not liking me doesn't change anything about me. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Right? So when you get to the point, when you get to that point, baby, that's that growth. That's that whole checkpoint growth. When you don't care about what nobody else think about you, but how you think about you. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, I don't have my affirmation book up here. Affirmations is so important. I do affirmations all day. Like literally in the morning, I do affirmations. I do affirmations at night. I do affirmations because I'm going to affirm me all day. I am blessed and highly favored. I am wonderfully made. I am God's big deal. I am created for a purpose. I do Godfidence podcast because God, all the journeys that I went through in my life, I am meant to help somebody else so they don't have to do the same mistakes. I am here because I know that even though I went through a marriage where I was beat down, bust mouth, drug across, hair pulled out, and I'm not afraid to tell my story. You know why I'm not afraid to tell my story? Because there is somebody whose life that's going to be saved. Thank you, Jesus. Because I'm yelling it loud and proud to tell you to run and get out that marriage, sis, before he kill you, sis. I am telling you to watch your children so that they don't get molested. Why? Because that daddy will molest them. Why did that cousin will molest them? Why? If you have an instinct that somebody not watching your children properly, I want you to trust it, sis. Why? Because I used to be her, sis. I am proud of who I am. So there is nothing that you can tell me, baby, that's going to make me feel bad about me. Okay? So you got to stand 10 toes down in who God has created you to be. That's why it's called Godfidence community. Because baby, the God that's in me, nobody can deflate that. Journal, this is your journal prop. Y'all ready? I got y'all pen and y'all paper out. Now this is where we're going to get deep. You ready? So as I was talking, what memory came to your mind? What memory came to your mind that you need to write down. Write it down. I'm gonna pause for a second because I really want y'all to write it down. What memory happened in your past that you even too afraid to write down? I need you to write it down today, because I'm gonna tell you something. You're not going to be able to heal properly. You're not going to be able to heal properly. I need you to write it down. I don't care if you burn it when we get off of here. I don't care if you cut it up in a million pieces. If you got a shredder, you can shred it. I need you to write that thing down. Sometimes we think, I can't heal because the person who molested me, he's dead. Baby girl, you can heal. The man who molested me is dead and he didn't go to jail for what he did to me, and I'm healed. Okay? You can heal. Write his name down, and I want you to say, you did this to me, and you will no longer hunt my dreams. You will no longer be the reason why I hate. You will no longer be, all the things that he has caused you to be. You write that down on a piece of paper, and you can shred it tonight, sis. Set yourself free. If it's a man, if this man got you so tied up and got you going crazy, or she got you tied, write her name. No longer will I be tied to you, bruh. No longer would I allow you to be using all my money up. No longer would I allow, no longer. Write that name down and shred that name. No longer would I look at every relationship like I keep looking at it. No longer would I treat every dude or every female because how you did me. I will not do it after today. Take that paper and shred it, bruh. Shred it, sis. Let's go. We are breaking stuff today. We are releasing stuff today. And if you're not writing it down, it's because you don't want to release. That we releasing. Let's go. What else we gonna release? What emotions did I bury? Y'all, anybody who be on my shows, y'all know I am a crybaby. I am a releaser of the tears. I will cry in a minute. Okay. Why? Because I'm letting it loose. If I feel like I need to cry, I'm gonna cry. Do not care. I will cry right now if I feel like it. Release some tears, bro. Sis, release some tears. Let it go. Let it go. However you need to release, let that release and let it go. How has the moment shaped, and how do I respond to it today? Let me say that because I don't feel like I did that right. How has that moment shaped you, and how do you respond to it today? So many times we allow that one moment, that one thing. Well, because let me tell you, the last time this happened to me, baby, ain't nobody gonna ever do this to me again. And we stand on that. And we stand on that in our teens, to our 20s, to our 30s, to our 40s, and to our 50s. And we can't just keep standing on the same thing. We got to heal. I am so sorry that your mama left you. I am. I'm sorry that she abandoned you. I am. Write her name on a piece of paper. I feel abandoned. I feel every time I go places, I feel like people are not going to love me properly because you abandoned me. Because you abandoned me, I can't even love other people properly. Because you abandoned me, I just keep giving my love away to people who never love me back properly. Because, write it down. I love you. Write it down. And then I want you to shred it today, and I want you to let it go. Stop holding the grudge that your mama and daddy did to you on everybody else that come into your life. Can I tell y'all something? God, give it to me properly so I can say it the way they need to hear it. Every single time we allow the people who hurt us for us to keep reminiscing how we got hurt, every single time we treat other people wrong because how they hurt us, all we're doing is, I'm just trying to get the right words. I really want you to feel what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to tell you how I felt. Every time when I was fighting because he was molesting me, every time I was angry because he was molesting me, I felt like he won. So every time that's how I want you to look at it. Every time you break up with somebody, because of the last person, you brought that junk into your relationship. Every time you allow your mom not being a mom to you tear up another relationship. Every single time you allow your ex to allow another relationship to break, every time you allow depression to allow, every single time you do that, you're allowing all those other things that affect you to win. Every time. Every time. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want nobody who hurt me to win. I don't want nobody who hurt me to win. And for that reason, I'm going to win. For that reason, I am not going to keep carrying what somebody did to me into any more of my life. I just can't keep giving. I sure hope y'all not coming in, guys. I just realized, oh no, that's it on stage. Because I've never seen Facebook or YouTube be that quiet. I thought maybe my things was off. So where we at? 10 ways to cope with unspoken memories. Okay, y'all ready? So hopefully I wrote them down. Y'all wrote what triggered you. You wrote how it made you feel. You went back to that memory. Hopefully you sat in it for a second. Now let's come on. So how do we cope with it? First, we got to name it. We talked about that already. Giving language to the memory releases it. It released the power of it. Yeah, you did that to me. Yeah, that happened to me. And you know what else too? You can't embarrass me about getting molested because I already told you. Duh. You can't embarrass me because my husband beat me because I already told you. When you go ahead and admit the things that you've been through, right? If you've been a hoe, you can't embarrass me because I was a hoe. Say it with your chest. They can't come back and embarrass you for it. Right? If you've been married 17 times, you can't embarrass me with that because I already been there before. If you've been divorced, if you're going through a divorce, hey, I'm going through a divorce. Say it with your chest. I'm going through it. You can't embarrass me with it. Man, I've been fired for 17 jobs. Guess what? Say it with your chest. When you own what's going on with yourself, guess what? Nobody can't you can't throw my trash at me because I'm telling you, this is the trash that I'm dealing with. This is the trash that I'm doing right now. How you can't throw my trash to me, right? So write it down, okay? And journaling is so good. It gives the memory somewhere to go besides in your head. You're not just thinking of it back and forth. And let me tell you something. I'm a journaler, but I'm also, I don't know why that word is acting up in my mouth. And I also like to shred it. I'm a shredder. Like anything that's negative, I don't like to keep reading it. I don't like to look at it. I love looking at positive stuff. So bad stuff, I shred it and do. Anybody who follow me, y'all know I'm a balloon popper. I write stuff on balloons and I pop the balloons. I do all type of visual releases because baby, ain't nothing in this world can be stressing me out. Identify the emotion behind it. That is so good. The feeling is a true weight and not the memory itself. Oh my God, y'all sit in it. Let's sit there for a second. Your feelings are valued. Your feelings are real. How you feel about it is real. And let me make sure I'm saying this properly because I do not want you to think that I'm saying that, oh, I was molested and I'm over it now and that's okay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that it's okay that you was molested. Your feelings about you being molested is valid. Your feeling about you getting divorced and you being in pain about it is valid. Your feeling about you losing your child is valid. I am not saying that any of your feelings are invalid. Please, that is not what I'm saying. I am saying it's okay to feel those feelings. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to feel them, but you need to write them down. You need to sit in them for a little bit. And these are how I'm feeling. Because if you don't acknowledge how you're feeling with those feelings, you're never going to move anywhere else. That's all I'm saying. Where we at? Talk to someone safe. If you get to the point like, I can't move past this. I heard Rachel say throw it away. I heard Rachel say shred it. But for some reason, I can't get past how he treated me. I can't get past being molested. I can't get past my mama leaving me. I can't get past being abandoned. I can't get past this divorce. I can't get past losing my child. I can't get past losing my husband. I get it. Go get help. It is okay to say, I can't do this on my own. This is too much for me to bear. This is too heavy for me to do. It is okay to be like, I need to go get some therapy, because you know what's not okay? Y'all know what's not okay? Lashing out at people. You know what's not okay? Bleeding on other people because you're injured. Hurt people hurt people. Okay, you want to be hurt? Well, quit trying to be in relationships. This may sound a little mean, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you like, I'm injured and I'm hurt right now, and I want to sit in it. Well, sit in it by yourself. Trying to go in relationships broken, going in relationships hurt, wanting to carry, I'm hurt right now. Okay, sit in it. But trying to take your hurt self into other relationships is bleeding on other people. I'm love you. I'm telling you, that's what we do. And that's the reason why they say hurt people hurt people. Why? Because we haven't fully healed. We haven't fully healed, and we just going from relationship to relationship, bringing baggage to baggage. Let's see. Practice grounding techniques. Deep breath. Y'all know I'm the I love techniques. Deep breath over your head, over your heart. However, y'all know I drink my coffee. I'm not gonna say the word on here because yeah, I know Facebook and TikTok is quick to cut my stuff out. Y'all know I drink my coffee. My piece in the cup. Okay. But techniques are great. I love to listen to church music. I do 3 songs in a row. That's what I like to do, and I sing them out loud. Your words is so powerful. What come out your mouth is so powerful. If you are listening to negative stuff, if you are listening to things that are not affirmational, things that are not positive in your atmosphere, and you're not in a great place, how are you expecting to be lifted? How are you expecting to lift yourself up if you're not putting yourself in a great place? Do I have my book right here? I'm just gonna, and y'all know I love affirmations. So in my journal, okay, my steps are ordered by the Lord. I am courageous, for the Lord is with me wherever I go. I am clothed with strength and dignity. I rise daily with God-given confidence. I am led by faith and not by fear. I do not fear my future, for God holds it in his hands. I surrender my worries, and I rest in God's promises. There's 50 of them. 50 of them. I read 50 of them daily. I read these daily. Okay. Why? Because I, why? Because I had, oh my God. Without even going backwards, for those who follow me, y'all already know I personally have so many personal stuff currently going on in my life, like right now as we speak. My whole plate is full of certain things that I personally can't control. I have cancer in my life right now. I have a son that's was permanently temporary paralyzed on one side of his body last week, right? Who's going through sickness right now. I have things on my plate that I have to be reminded that even though I can't see the outcome, that even though I don't know the ending, that I'm still highly blessed and highly favored, even though I'm going to be strong in the midst of, right? And so I have to be an uplifter of myself. I have to be a motivator of me, right? Because you're not going to always be able to call John, be able to call Paul, be able to call people to be uplifted. You got to be able to uplift yourself. And that's why I believe, what songs do you listen to? You can't be listening to Nuck If You Buck going to work and you're already having problems with your job. You already mad at people at work. So now you at work, Nuck If You Buck. I know I'm older than y'all, so I can't think of no new songs to say right now. But that's the one that came to my head. And you already have a little friction at your job, and you playing Nuck If You Buck, and now you at work, and you like, I feel like he want to work. I feel like he got a problem with me. No, he doesn't. The Nuck and the Buck is why you think he got a problem with you, right? It is so important what you put in your head for you get to that job. All right, let's go to the ways to cope. We already at 30 after, guys. Okay, ways to cope. Name the memory honestly. Give language to the memory and release it and release its power. Write it down without filter. Don't let anybody read it. Write it down without filter, how you felt like it happened, right? Identify the emotion behind it. The feeling is the true weight and not the memory itself. Allow yourself to feel and don't skip the feeling. What you avoid is still needs to be released. And what that means is, so if you journaling and you like this part happened, and then you like, I don't want to write that part, I don't want to feel that part, then that's still a trigger for you, because you still need to write it. You still need to write it. You still need to sit in it, and then that way you can release it. Okay. Talk to someone. I feel like I did this already. Didn't I do these already? Who follow me? Like, yeah, I did these already. So where we at? Practice grounding techniques. Oh, yeah. Guys, we already down here. So where we at? Create a new meaning for the message. Here we go. We on 8. Release and self-blame. Oh, that's a good one. Many memories hurt because we hold ourselves responsible. Oh, that is so good. So release it. Release your self-blame from it. Many memories hurt because we hold ourselves responsible. So even if, I know that this is condescending what I just said, even if you feel like, yeah, this kind of been my fault, release yourself. Give yourself grace like you give your kids. Give yourself grace like you give your spouse. And this is one of my biggest triggers. And I literally last week I literally released this from myself. My son is 25 years old with sickle cell disease. And I literally recently had to release the guilt that I hold from him having sickle cell disease. I didn't know I had the trait. I didn't know that I could give my baby the disease. I didn't even know what sickle cell disease was. Judge your mom, but don't judge me. Never heard of sickle cell before. They told me my baby has sickle cell. I was like, okay, what is that? My baby has this full-blown sickle cell SS. My baby is always in the hospital. He is always sick. And when I tell you the mom guilt of having a sick child is crazy. It is a burden that is I don't want to say a burden. It is a heartache that I wouldn't wish on anybody. That's why I'm such a sickle cell advocate. Anybody who follows me know I'm always blasting sickle cell stuff. I'm always talking at events. Because sickle cell really doesn't even have to be a disease that's so worldwide if we educate ourselves. If I knew I had the disease, I would have been like, hey, you got the sickle cell trait? Because baby, we can't get together, baby. Because sickle cell disease, it's painful. It's like I would not wish sickle cell disease on my worst enemy. Okay. So yeah. So we had one more. What was it? So basically, even if you feel like you had a part in it, I had to release that. I had to tell myself, you didn't know. I didn't know. But what can I do? What can I do now? What can I do now? I could be an advocate. I can go out and talk to people. I can go out and tell people, hey, do you have the sickle cell trait? Get tested, please. Right? And that's what I do. Why? Because I don't want anybody else's baby to have the sickle cell disease. Okay, journal prompts. Y'all ready? What memory have I never said out loud? That's y'all homework. What memory have I never said out loud? Write it down. What emotion did I bury? How has that moment? I kind of did these already. So y'all should already have these prompts. I want y'all to sit on everything that I gave y'all. If y'all didn't write them down, I want you to really write them down. Okay? So 10 ways to cope with unspoken memories. Y'all know what? I think that I printed off the wrong sheet. That's why this paper look like that. I'm about to use. Don't say it, pen. Don't say it. All right. So we're going to move to number 2. How many minutes I got? 26. Okay. Plans that did not go the way you envisioned. We're going to move on to number 2. I hope y'all got y'all notes. Plans that did not go the way you envisioned them. Okay. When the way you imagined them, your birthday party, a wedding, when they do not go the way you expected them, how do you feel? Are you frustrated? How do you feel when things don't go your way? You know that's also a trigger, right? Okay, so how do you feel? Is it a silent grief? Is it comparing yourself to others? Is it frustration? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel lost? Do you feel unsure? That any of these one of your triggers? And so how do you recognize the root? What part of my life looks how would my life look different if I would had, right? What plan did I quit? What plan? Oh man, I did horrible in this last sheet. I might have to just read this. I might just have to just do this but without the sheet. Where am I still saying I should have? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay. So plans. Guys, at the end, yeah, you can tell I did good homework for the first part. The back part I did trash. My bad, guys. All right. So what's the second one? Plans that didn't go the way you wanted to. So when things do not go the way you wanted to go, how do you feel? Because those are going to be your triggers. Okay. So how do you feel when things don't go your way? Because that's going to really tell you, these are your notes, because you got to write them down. How do you feel? Do you feel hostile? Do you feel anxious? Like, how do you feel? Because a lot of times we want to blame other people. Well, I'm mad because they showed up late. Can I tell you a secret? You can't control what other people do. Did you catch that? You cannot control other people. So when you hear people say something like, she made me mad, nobody can make you mad. Nobody can make you mad. That's your emotion. Mad and sad is your emotion. Nobody can make you mad. They can't. That is yours. Own it. It's your emotion. So where y'all journal that, put in your journal. How did you feel? How did that make you feel? Because if somebody made you do something, then that's a you problem. So write it down. All right. What expectations did you expect? Because that's really why we got mad, or that's why we felt some type of way, because the expectation was one way and the expectation wasn't met. Did that make sense? And because the expectation wasn't met, that's how we felt that way. All right. I am probably not going to do number 2 because y'all, my notes suck for number 2. I don't know what I was doing. For real. I think I just copied. I think I brought the wrong one down. I did. All right. So we're going to do I'm going to go back to 1 and give y'all the homework notes, and then I'll be done because I messed that up. I did mess it up. See how I'm owning that? I'm owning my mistake. See? Growth. Okay? Growth. The expectation. Oh, hold on. Let me find it. Y'all know this going a whole podcast. Literally. They're going to be like, what's all that noise in the background? Oh, Lord. This is what happened when you be running the streets. It's Thanksgiving week, y'all. So y'all know I was in the streets earlier. So I'm coming back home late. Okay. So yeah, these notes is everywhere. Hopefully y'all got the first part of the podcast. The first part of the podcast was amazing. I was on point. I had all my little notes together. And the second part, I don't have no notes together. So yeah, that's where we at. So we're gonna be back on Tuesday. I guess I'm gonna have to. Well, if we're supposed to start on Tuesday with shifts in trust and broken connections and feeling unseen and overlooked. But we're not gonna be able to do that because your girl did not do plans that didn't go. Actually, I feel like plans that didn't go your way literally is the same thing with unspoken memories. If they really do coincide, because it's gonna be like feeling pretty much the same trigger. So we're gonna go to feeling unseen and overlooked on Tuesday. So that's what we're gonna do. So I see y'all next Tuesday, and it's gonna be on feeling unseen and overlooked. It's gonna be next Tuesday. So y'all have an amazing Thanksgiving. And I will see y'all next Tuesday. And I have never seen YouTube not talk. So it gotta be the holidays. I'm used to TikTok not talking, but I ain't never seen YouTube never talk. Hold on. Let me see. Let's find our medias. And y'all have an amazing Thursday.
Thank you for joining us today. The Confidence Women Podcast. Remember, your confidence is rooted in God, not in circumstances. Keep shining, keep believing, and keep walking in your confidence. Until next time, stay blessed and stay bold. And remember, share the podcast. Sharing is caring.
All right, bye guys. I'll see y'all Tuesday.